Hi, and welcome to A View from the Bed. This is a CHI St. Vincent podcast where we talk to real patients about their healthcare perspective. We know that your healthcare journey can be scary, so that's why we want to get their view on the good, the bad, and the ugly from diagnosis to recovery. Enjoy today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm so excited to talk to Thad today. We're going to learn about his journey with esophageal cancer. And we haven't talked about this topic yet on the podcast. So thank you so much, Thad, for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So a lot of people, when they think of cancer, they think of, breast cancer, colon cancer. Not a lot of people think about esophageal cancer. So I kind of want to start at the beginning. When was it that you knew something was not right?
Yeah, I didn't expect have esophageal cancer. You think the others, or something, lung cancer, or kidney or something. We went on vacation in 2020 and I started having, and I've always had heartburn.
Okay.
I had a really bad heartburn, really just a burning, and it's ulcer. It's a gripping pain. And, interrupted our vacation. I couldn't enjoy it. We came home. I called, tried to get an appointment with a doc because I know, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And it hurts bad.
Yeah.
And
especially when like a Tums or something doesn't cut it.
Tums and nothing.
Yeah. You just eat them like candy.
Yeah. And so I got back and got in to see Dr. Baber.
Okay.
And I didn't think about it at the time. Anyway, he scoped me, got right quick, said it was an esophageal ulcer.
Okay.
Not stomach, which is what you'd kind of think. It's that pain. And put me on some pantoprazole. So it was a pretty good ulcer.
Yeah.
And gave me gave me the prescription for pantoprazole.
Okay.
I want to scope you again in 3-4 months, see how it works. So he did, and that would have been fall 2020, and everything was fine. He said, "Are all clear?" The pain went away within, 2 weeks. It was completely gone.
Oh, wow.
It tapered off right quick.
Okay.
So, you knew it was some sort of an ulcer.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's working.
Something bad.
Yeah.
Not real bad, but painful.
Yeah.
So, then
I'm sure too. It was you probably couldn't eat.
It was the worst when I would eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like irritated.
That's when
Okay.
And I like to eat.
Well, especially when you're on vacation. You got the good stuff on vacation.
That's right. So, did that. He, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it was. He scoped me again, said it was fine. Stay on the pantoprazole. Okay. Like the rest of your life, you've got a small hiatal hernia.
Okay.
And stomach acid is flowing back up, and it's bad, but it's not. You've eaten up some of your esophagus, but you'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So reschedule out a year or so. So I thought, I'm fine. I didn't go back for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So typical male procrastinator.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Doc said I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
Went back and he scoped me again, said, no, I wasn't having any problems. I just went for a routine checkup.
Just routine.
Yep. And he said, well, he said, if 0 is healthy and 10 is cancer, you're at a 9 point something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he said, it's you're working your way toward cancer right quick.
Yeah.
And so
now, were you feeling symptoms again, or okay?
None. Routine checkup. Just
okay.
I went just to because he had said, come back and come get checked. And I'd waited 2 years instead of 1.
Yeah.
So scoped me again, I think 3 months later, 4 months later. And he said he did some biopsies.
Okay.
And said, came back cancer.
Okay.
And that's when you really get upset. You're worried about it.
Well, absolutely.
So,
we talk a lot on the podcast about the importance of screenings and things, and there's really not a routine screening for esophageal cancer unless you're symptomatic, like that was. And so, what did run through your mind? Did somebody go with you when you had it biopsied? Was somebody with you when you got the news? What was going through your mind?
my wife, you have to, it's inpatient, but they put you to sleep to do your scope. And it was COVID. So wife brought me, but she had to sit in the car in the parking lot.
Yes.
And she was pretty nervous about it.
Sure.
And so it wasn't real nice.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best. How about that?
Yeah.
And
COVID messed up lots of stuff.
Yeah. And he said I had Barrett's esophagus, which is basically you have heartburn, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, which is your acid has eaten a lot of your esophagus up.
Okay.
And he said it had a really large, it's like 13 centimeters of Barrett's esophagus, which is just your acid has eaten that away.
Okay.
But there was only the one place that was cancerous at that time.
Okay.
So he referred me to Dr. Hida.
Okay.
And I went to see him, and he, scoped me. I don't think I even had an interview with him or anything. It was just scheduled.
Knowing Dr. Hida, probably not.
Yeah. It's scheduled. I think he just scheduled it and should show up here, and we'll do a RFA, radio frequency ablation.
Okay.
And he said after that, I remember him saying he had trouble finding where my cancer actually was.
Okay.
And which I like. One of the things I for sure wanted to say in this podcast was Dr. Baber's so good. He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And when I saw him the first time, I thought, it's old doctor. But I'd tried to get 3 or 4 appointments with GI doctors, and they're all booked up. We're not taking new patients, all the stuff. And it was in that COVID time period.
Oh, yeah.
And so I felt really blessed that it was a God thing to see Dr. Baber.
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
And I didn't realize that until after I talked with him and visited with him and that stuff. And that he's done kind of like one thing since he got out of medicine, GI doctor.
Yeah.
For 40 some years, 50 years. And he's good.
He's very good.
And I asked him, I'll ask hard questions of all the doctors. And he said, I said, why are you still doing this? Why haven't you retired at 60 when like other doctors? I said, I like what I'm doing. Yeah. And I help people. Yeah. And it heartfelt. He really, that's why he's still working.
Very genuine.
And
so, when you're dealing with something like you have been dealing with him, that's a good feeling to have when you trust your care team.
Yeah.
It makes the process easier.
So he found my cancer when he first went in. He said it was hard to find. It was up under one of the folds. Where your esophagus is a bunch of folds in there. And it had eaten, your esophagus is 5 layers of cells deep, and it had gone through the second into the third, and they weren't sure. Once it gets there, I can't remember. It's not like stage 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's like T2 something else.
They give it a T score. Yeah.
And so after he did remove with the RFA that he could, they're not sure whether it had escaped or not.
Okay.
And if it gets past that 3rd layer, it generally gets into your lymph system, which is really, really close to your esophagus. Like, that's only.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, they're right side by side. And so they weren't sure whether it had escaped
Migrated.
and gone somewhere else,
Okay.
metastasized anywhere else. So they sent me to Dr. Mendelsohn, Carti,
Okay.
and had a bunch of, and he was great. I told him I'm scared. I don't like this. I'm mad.
Yeah.
I want to know. I'm one of those guys that there's fight or flight. I'm ready to fight about it.
Yeah.
And so he realized that I would ask questions and I want something done now.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait 3 months.
No, wait.
Let this grow and let this do stuff, fester and be worse.
Yeah.
So he set me up for appointments back to back to back to back. And in like, 10 days, I saw like 4 docs, 5 docs.
You feel probably a little bit like you're in like a test laboratory,
Yeah, for sure. And went through the options of a massive surgery, take out this 13 things Barrett and pull your stomach up, and I forget what they call that one. And then radiation chemo. And I did 3 hours a day of, I'd heard you on one of your previous podcasts ask about Dr. Google.
Yes.
I did 3 hours a day for 3 months of Dr. Google.
Dr. Google. That's right. We all go to Dr. Google.
And did my own research, and I kind of I felt like maybe it's that macho part, but I thought we got this early.
Yeah.
It hasn't escaped.
Yeah.
So I refused the massive surgery, refused chemo, radiation, did a bunch of naturopathic. I changed my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Dropped 35 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Gym, no coffee, no alcohol, no sugar. Dr. Heda was all about, sugar is cancer's favorite food.
Yeah.
You got to stop.
Yeah.
And I was a normal, healthy guy. I don't play softball a couple seasons a year.
But not like a diabetic.
I did no other high blood pressure, no other issues. My only issue.
Yeah.
Blood pressure's fine, heart rate's fine, all the kidneys, liver, everything's working.
Yeah.
Just old, 70s. And so...
but you know what, though, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times when you hear, or when people hear you talk about like limiting sugar intake, it's because of a sugar sensitivity issue such as diabetes or insulin resistance. You don't really think about how sugar plays into cancer or certain infections or bacterial infections. And so that's where a Dr. Google, can be helpful when physicians bring certain things up, especially when they start talking about, holistic medicine or homeopathic remedies. There's a lot of truth to those methods. So I'm really glad you brought that up, because you don't have to be a diabetic to need to have to think about sugar and how sugar affects, certain things. So,
yeah. We checked out all the cancer treatment centers of America.
Yeah.
The place you can go to Mexico and get, all kind of treatments or whatever. And because I want to survive.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat this.
Yeah.
And my wife asked me, what, I'm like, I'll beat everything else in life. I should have never got this far. So
yeah.
I'm going to beat this too. And nurses and doctors would tell you that positive mental that's 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it sometimes. It's like, are you willing? And I was willing to fight, willing to drop 35 pounds, drop coffee, sugar, alcohol wasn't a problem.
Yeah. You're committed.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all in.
You have to have that mindset. You have to have that mindset that no matter the diagnosis, one, I want to know, and two, we're going to beat it.
Yeah.
Now, I might look different on the other side, but I'm going to beat it. And that's what's important.
Yeah. And
I love that.
So I wanted to keep seeing Dr. Heda and keep keep at this until we either beat it or it gets so big that it's out of his scope that we have to do massive surgery.
Yeah.
You know, and I went and talked with a guy at church. His wife's dad had gone through the exact same thing.
Okay.
But he didn't have a choice. He had a massive thing the size of your fist or something.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he didn't have a choice. They took all this stuff out and he had didn't have a whole lot of quality of life.
Sure.
And I like quality of life.
Yeah.
So that, you know.
Has all that helped?
Yeah.
Have you been, how often do you go back and
I just
get
finished,
checked?
all I was back at, starting 2020, then, then went a couple years without going back. So Dr. Heat has been going in and burning out with that RFA.
Okay.
About every 4 months.
Okay.
For 2.25 years.
Oh, wow.
Almost 2.5.
Okay.
And I just finished 3 weeks ago. He says the last one.
Yeah.
Because I had 13 centimeters of stuff.
Yeah.
Of
that's a lot.
Barrett's.
Yeah.
And, the cancer was at the bottom end, closer to your stomach where more acid comes up.
Yeah.
As it comes out. And so the first several treatments were rough.
I bet.
You're down for more than a week.
Oh, wow.
10 days.
Are you like on a liquid diet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Liquid and soft as much, whatever. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when you say they burn it, I mean, that just sounds painful.
They suck it up and thing. And they got some wonderful instruments that he uses. It's, and
that's amazing though.
I'll advertise for Dr. Hita. It's that he works here 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
At St. Vincent's. And then he works 2 weeks in New York.
In New York, yeah.
Every month.
Every month.
For 3 years I've known him.
Yeah.
So
he's been doing that for a long time.
He's good.
He's
so
good.
You got a really good guy here.
Yeah.
And he saved me.
He's so personable. Well, like you were talking about with Dr. Baber, he truly cares.
Yeah.
Or who would travel like that? That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Is your wife going to put up with that or your?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it was like, get on the plane again.
What kind of life do you have there?
They got to have like crazy airplane miles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a perk. But no, that's phenomenal though, that you've been able to go through that instead of doing the massive surgery.
I think so.
That's amazing.
So, and every time he goes and he was using some special instruments, 300 Halo 360. We normally use a Halo 90 degree thing that, and he had to use the 360 on me 2 or 3 times at least.
Okay.
And your esophagus is kind of like that. And to burn out the inside of it, technically,
I know.
How do you do that?
It's hard to think about the equipment that does that, because I always think too, and we're going to get a little off topic here, but this is our podcast and we can talk about whatever we want to. But if you think about the equipment that these physicians use, that is amazing.
It's got to be small enough to go down your throat.
Yeah, because they can't do harm. Yeah. They need to do what they need to do, but not create other harm. So it can't be bigger than,
Yeah. Too
little.
Yeah. And I remember now too, that just thinking about it was, one of the first things he did, and I think he did it more than once, was he went down with a sonogram.
Oh, yeah.
And made sure that the cancer hadn't escaped, and so that the lymph nodes there weren't enlarged.
Yeah, yeah.
All around it. Because if they were, that would have indicated that the cancer had escaped.
Yeah.
At least locally, instead of, it couldn't go to your brain or your kidney or wherever, but he was very, he does one thing and there's a need for it in Little Rock and there's a need for it in New York that nobody else does.
Nobody else does.
But there's not 40 hours of work in Little Rock like a heart surgeon or whatever. There's tons of them doing 40 hours a week here.
Yeah.
But the patient load, there's not, esophagus cancer, like you said, is a little bit rarer.
Yeah, it is.
So,
and I think too, the cool thing about your journey as well is your journey has been incisionless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we're not talking about he's constantly getting incisions or, we're not talking about robotic surgery that puts the 4 holes. They actually go through your mouth, like you're having a scope.
Put you to
sleep, and they send their tools down to where they need to go. And Dr. That's all he does. And it's amazing. That is just so amazing. And he's getting ready to start offering what's called a TIF procedure to help individuals that have chronic GERD or reflux.
Yep.
So esophageal cancer does not form. And it's the coolest procedure. We did some videos with Dr. Hita about it. But like in your case, if the TIF procedure would have been available years before, it could have helped avoid a lot of this.
Yeah.
And so
tighten that sphincter.
And you rotate the stomach. It's so cool. It's so interesting. It also is kind of sci-fi like you're just like, how do you rotate the stomach at exactly 180 degrees? And but Dr. Hita has these cool tools. And when you go to a physician like that, it does offer someone who is going, handling not just the physical, but the emotional and mental side effects of constant doctor's visits. And, it gives you a confidence that's, okay, I've got the right guy or girl, but in this case, it's a guy, for the right condition that I have with the right tools that can help me get to where I need to be.
I think 15 years ago, and they didn't have the tools or technique, I'd have probably been a goner.
Yeah.
At the stage, that T2, whatever the, secondary part of that Y4 or something, it was, I went to the Dr. Google, but it's 50% of the people don't make 5 years where I was.
Yeah.
And then I'm real curious. And so I looked at the pictures that he takes pictures when they're in there.
Yeah.
Video and pictures of your insides. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not pretty at all. Anybody, you don't have to be a doctor to go, that ain't good stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's not right.
That
It's
shouldn't
not supposed to be there.
And so, I mean, I know how blessed I am.
Yeah.
Lord took care of me. Lord put Dr. Baber in there.
Yeah.
All the other doctors wouldn't see me. They were, they didn't know me, but we're booked up. We can't see you.
Absolutely.
We're not taking the patients, all the stuff. To get to see I feel I got the best guy there.
Yeah.
I feel like he sent me to Hita. They sent me to Mendelsohn. Mendelsohn really helped at Carti. I mean, he took good care of me. I chose not to do what he was not a gatekeeper, but the conductor conducting, telling you, this doctor, this appointment, this, and he did great. And then, but I chose to stay with Hita and do these procedures because I knew I could tolerate them. And I look at it, here I am on the positive end of this outcome. My cancer's gone, cancer free. They'll go back in and monitor me now every 6 months, or 6 months this time, and then a year after that, he said.
Okay.
And, but a lot of people that have some other cancers or other stuff, it doesn't turn out so well, and the treatment, the first few times I was down for 10 days.
Yeah.
It was, you have to get a cane to walk to the mailbox and do that twice a day for your
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah. To kind of get back up there.
But these last ones, in 3 days, I'm back to normal activities, all that.
That's
And then if you do that every 4 or 5 months, that's fine to be cancer free. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
And
it's more tolerable, manageable.
People every day, I took friends, used to carry them to the, and my parents, you have, you got radiation and chemo and you're out there every day for 2 weeks and then you're off a week and you start again and chemo, you're every week for 3 months and then you're off for a month and you're sick all the time. And I haven't had much of my little bit of that. It's more than tolerable.
Absolutely. And I think that's such a good point though, Thad, because you have to make the decision that's right for you in the moment. And you were prepared if that decision did not pan out how you needed.
Yeah.
But you were willing to try it first. But you had the care team that was supportive and to walk alongside you. And that means everything when you're going through this kind of a journey. And I just think that's so amazing. But one of the other things we always talk about is we have to pay attention to our bodies.
We do, yeah.
And we say it all the time. I always end the show and say, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So talk to your doctor. And it's so true. If you have heartburn that just won't go away, or becomes so uncomfortable, talk to your doctor or go to the emergency room. Who cares if they tell you ate a spicy burrito and you're good? You would rather know that, than something bad to have happened and you not have listened to yourself. So never feel embarrassed to talk to your provider or to go to the emergency room when something does not feel right.
I tell everybody now that I thought it was normal to have, it's lifestyle. I always worked early, worked hard, don't eat, come home and have lunch at 2:33 in the afternoon, eat, a typical, I call it like you'd eat a Thanksgiving meal. And what do? You lay on the couch, you go to sleep, you get, take a nap. Well, I feel like I caused mine from a lifestyle of doing that for a long period of time. You turn your stomach on to produce all the stomach acids and you lay down and gravity, it's just like this. It goes, where'd that acid go?
Yep.
When it's straight up,
it's going to kind of crawl back.
Yeah. And the more it burns, the more it eats some of that away, that it creates a bigger hole. Yeah. And the more you do it, you get more acid and over a long period of time. And so I tell friends, anybody who'll listen now, if you're having to keep a stack of Tums on your nightstand, go see the doc.
Go see the doc.
Get scoped. Yep. You've got GERD.
Yep.
You may have Barrett's. Yep. And it's real clear. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 situation of you're causing your own.
It's a progress.
Yeah.
It is. But it's so true because I feel like sometimes.
And I did it. But other people use me for the example, please. If you
don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Because, I feel like too, mainstream has, we hear about heartburn often, right? That I feel like it's become part of just people's daily living when it really shouldn't be.
Correct.
And while you get the lifestyle factors that you can control under control, that's where your physician can come alongside of you and say, okay, let's take this prescription while you work on these other things so we can not have a progression, which is so true.
All the friends and family that you talk to them, they're on omeprazole or pantoprazole or all the stomach acid.
The Prilosec.
If you're doing that, there's a reason you're doing it, because you've got heartburn, GERD stuff. And that's most people, that's probably the only thing that changed.
Yeah.
Is that they added the medication, you didn't work on the cause.
Yeah, the underlying.
You're just working on the symptoms.
Yeah,
and your
absolutely.
cause is just going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Now, I will say too, if you've had a gastric sleeve or a gastric bypass, don't panic when you take Prilosec every day because that's completely different. Your stomach size cannot tolerate the amount of acid. So those are normal medication regimens that they'll put you on if you've had a weight loss surgery. But still, again, your doctor will monitor that as well. So I think that's so important. And your story is just so phenomenal, Thad. And I'm so excited that you joined us today because people need to know this is a real thing. But there are, again, I'm going to say it again. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So definitely talk to your doctor and get the care team around you. Keep your family and friends around you because you can get through it. It's treatable. He is proof, but you have to pay attention to those signs and symptoms. So thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Thank you, Bonnie.
And
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And you know what, guys? That is just one of our stories this year in this new year. And you never know what we're going to talk about next. I'm not even sure what we're going to talk about next. And so you want to make sure you tune in so you can find out what our topic is next time. Because just like Thad's story, we always talk to individuals that will help you make informed healthcare decisions. So thank you for joining us on A View from the Bed. And until next time, thanks for joining us for today's episode of A View from the Bed, A Patient's Perspective. We hope that you found it helpful. We hope that it helped you make your healthcare decisions. We hope that it made you feel a little more comfortable with your own journey. And we hope that you'll join us next time.